Welcome, Kumas, to another mailbox opening. You're here with Kuma. This is the place where I open up my mailbox and discuss the various ways that I've made gold for the month, as well as what I plan to do in the next month. Now, given that we've got the announcement for Battle for Azeroth, I thought this would be a good opportunity to discuss what I'm going to do to prepare for the Battle of Azeroth, what I'm going to stockpile, and how I'm going to make a crap ton of gold. Now, I've already hit gold cap. I have 9 million here because, let's face it, if I have more than 9 million... 999, I'm unable to open up my mailbox, so I sent 1 million across to my bank, and I think I'm on almost 12 million now. Let's take a look. I screwed that up. I've got my cord over my keyboard, like if you see. So it sometimes gets caught and it gets screwed up. So I'm on 11,800,000. I know I've still got a few profession guides to go, but I thought this would be a good opportunity to have this discussion with you guys, so you guys can start stockpiling nice and early. I know I did a video for stockpiling back in WoD, and a lot of people called bullshit on my stockpile, and then I went and made like 2-3 million gold at the start of Legion. So take whatever I say with a grain of salt. Not everything that I'm going to stockpile might necessarily go up in value, but as a total, it will. So I might not always be correct, but on average, I am. And even though sometimes the things that I stockpile don't always go up in value, the other things do. So, you know, take what I say with a grain of salt, and at the end of the day, go with what you want to do. You can either stockpile everything that I'm going to stockpile some of what I'm going to stockpile, or stockpile nothing. So, you know, go on. Oh, look at this. 13th anniversary. What did I get? I'll open that up later. So I'm just waiting for this to refresh. As you can see, I post a lot of crap on the AH, and a lot of stuff does sell. So I need to pick up all these things. I was in Japan recently, so I may not have picked up all my mail. So I was gone for 2.5 weeks. So I may have lost some gold because it only stays here for 29-30 days. In which case I might open up a ticket to Blizz and beg them to give me the gold back. They've done it before, but I'm hoping they'll be nice again this time, even though I've asked them before and they told me that will be the last time they do it for me. Hopefully they'll do it again this time. It looks like most of it's good, so we can delete this piece of mail and get started. Now, I did open up my garrison. I did release my garrison gold guide with how I make gold with the garrison. I use it on all my alts, and you should really check that out. As always, it's already been demonetized by YouTube, so I'm making, you know, nothing, but, you know, that's not why I do these guides. So it's already been demonetized. You make nothing on YouTube anyway, and then sometimes they go nuts and over-monetize. It's just a mess on YouTube, but that's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this just to, you know, share knowledge with you guys. So let's start opening this up. This is not going to be for the full month. This is going to be for part of the month, because I did do a bit of an opening video for 1.5 weeks before I left for Japan, and then there was some gold left over because things were listed for 2 weeks, so I may have lost a little bit of gold, but as you can see, Infinite Dust sells like crazy. Like before, I grab the Abyss Crystals, I buy them under 15 gold. I seem to have accidentally auctioned some instead of buying them. I crack the Abyssal Crystal, I get Infinite Dust, and then I get some Greater Cosmic Essence, which I put on the AH, and it sells. We've sold a Quick Dawnlight, we sold Saber's Eye for just under 4,000 gold. The raw one sells for less than that. When they're cut, they sell for a little bit more, so I highly recommend, and I'm going to include this in my Jewelcrafting guide, that you do cut these and then you do sell them. These are tricky to get your hands on, the raw ones. You can get them during the daily for Jewelcrafting, which is in Dalaran. Oh, I better hand that in soon. You see, I've been a little bit of a mess recently. You get a daily quest by the Kirin Tor, gem cutter needed. Sometimes when you get under 20, when you cut it, you have to hit it a certain number of times. If you cut it in under 20 cuts, you have a chance to get the epic gem. If not, you get the blue gem. Not the literal, like, blue gem, but I mean the rare gem, but that rare gem could be a blue gem. I've had it happen a few times, but most of the time I don't get it. Other than that, you can convert them into this gem by doing, where is the thingy? Where's the conversion? There's a thing that converts all the gems into this gem. Let me find it. somewhere here. It's going to be a bit embarrassing if I... Ah, here it is. So when you have all these gems, you simply convert it, which you get through prospecting and whatnot. There is a trick to that, but I'm going to include that in the Jewelcrafting guide. I'm not going to sort of waste time on that here, but as you can see, they do sell 4.6 thousand, 4.3 thousand. That's after the AH cut. It's fairly nice. I highly recommend if you're a jewel crafter. Don't sell them raw, cut them, then sell them, because you are going to make a little bit of a profit. Now, I've got the strength one, intellect's 4.4, agility is 4.3, so I'll cut the intellect one. Hop on my mount, jump on the AH. Only 14k on this toon at the moment. I think I've lost the gold from last month on this toon, which is a bit bad. Okay, this one's selling for 4k, this one's selling for 9. This one's selling for 4, so I'm going to give it a few days, because now it's Friday. I'm going to give him a chance to go back to raiding, and I'll probably sell it on Tuesday night. Yeah, you see the price has gone down a little bit. I'm going to wait till Tuesday night and sell it then, because that is always prime time for selling gems. So if you're a jewel crafter, as well as an enchanter, really, sell them on Tuesday night. Alright, let's go to my other ult. I'm going to go on my Demon Hunter now, and she's the one that stockpiles Hexweave bags. So Hexweave bags are going to be something that I'm stockpiling for Battle of Azeroth. Reason being, a bit like in WoD, they didn't increase the bag slots that are available. There is a bag available in Legion, but it's only a 30 slot bag. So the Hexweave bag from WoD, which is a 30 slot bag, is still very, very sought after and still very, very profitable. And that's how this toon makes a lot of money. She gets tailoring. It's part of the tailoring guide, but, you know, she buys the sumptuous fur and gets this from the herbal garden here, and she gets that, you know, for garrison resources. She crafts her little hexweave cooldown, and then, you know, she creates a hexweave bag, and then she pops them on the AH, and she makes a crap ton of gold. It seems to be glitching here. It's not showing it, but, you know, you can see how much gold she's getting. She's getting, well, that's already 10k. That's already 20k, 30k, 40k, 50k, you know, 60k in the past week. Wait, what's that? That's not 60k. That's 1,000. Ah, so she made 100,000 gold in the past 2-3 weeks from Hexweave bags. I'm going to stockpile those for Battle of Azeroth, because I'm going to think that a lot of people are going to come back to WoW in Battle for Azeroth, and those people that come back to WoW are going to need bags. And I'm guessing they're going to buy them on the AH, so I'm going to start stockpiling now. At the moment, I sell them on an average of 3,000 gold a piece. I'm guessing in the Battle of Azeroth, they're probably going to go for more, because you're going to have all these players coming back. The demand is going to go up. The supply is going to be nice and low. I stockpile those bags in Warlords of Draenor when they were under 1,000 gold each. People laughed at me, and then I stockpiled about 200 of them and put them on auction as soon as Legion started, and, you know, do the math. Okay, so this toon has been selling these Drums of Fury. The reason I like these, and this is part of the Leatherworking guide, is because it gives you the same effect of Heroism, Bloodlust, Time Warp, whatever it is. This is useful for the Mage Tower. It is a WoD item, but as you can see, it has no level limit, so it's still highly sought after, very useful if you're in a mythic dungeon and you don't have someone that has Heroism or Time Warp, and, you know, people use them. I get these materials again from the garrison, Raw Beast Hide, which sells on the AH for around 8 gold a piece, but then I convert them into the drums and they sell for more than, you know, I need 5 of these, which sell for 8 gold a piece. I need, what is it, 10? How much do I need? I need 5 of these for this, but then I sell this for like 60 gold. So, you know, it's worth 12 gold a piece to me on the AH for 8. Of course, I'm going to sell it myself. Expired and successful, and start opening. I make a crap ton from leatherworking this way. I don't play this toon. This toon just goes to the garrison, crafts this crap, and then at the end of the day, just collects the mail. I seem to be having a little bit of an issue because my inventory is full, so I might just go and quickly list some of these. Well, just dump them. Okay, they're not very expensive. I'll just dump 40 on the AH because why not? They're selling in stacks of 20 for 40 gold. I'm not going to bother with that. I might sell them. No. Deny. I might deny. No means no, Bill Cosby. I sell them in singles for a bit more because some people only want 1. They don't want to buy 20. I'm going to undercut this guy that has 20 And I'm going to post 15 stacks and, you know, free up a little bit of bag space. Ooh, there's none of these listed. I'm going to sell some dragon scale leg armor. I craft these for under 1,000 gold. I sell them for 4,000. Not much competition on the AH. I craft these for even less and I sell them for even more. No competition means the market's mine. Buy the savage leather for it, which is overpriced at the moment. Let's just sell it. At this price, I usually buy savage leather for 2-3 gold. It seems to be very expensive right now. Of course, I'm going to list it. How much is volatile earth going for? Hopefully a ridiculous amount. It's not a ridiculous amount. I was selling it for about 9 gold, as you can see, not too long ago. Whenever something's selling for a ridiculous amount, I always sell it. Oh, look at that. It's not selling for a lot. I'll just buy this really quickly. Whenever something is not selling for a ridiculous amount, I, of course, buy it. Okay, back to the opening. Am I going to stockpile some of these? I don't really need to because I've got more of these, as you can see, in my bank and more materials to craft them in my bank than I could possibly sell. So yes, I am technically stockpiling these, but I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm doing it because I can't sell that much. Of course, I'm going to stockpile on these always because I've cornered this market on my server and I'm making a mint from it. So leg armors for twinks, of course I'm going to stockpile. Drums, of course I'm going to stockpile. Anything else that I'm going to stockpile from leatherworking? Not really. You can always stockpile, you know, materials. I mean, look at this. This is selling for 262 gold each. That's because the dragon scale leg armor uses these. But I usually buy these for under 4 gold a piece. You can always stockpile materials. You can always stockpile leg armors. You can always stockpile twink items. I prefer to stockpile things such as bags, because when people come back at the start of an expansion, those sell a lot quicker. I mean, imagine you're coming back and you've got nothing but a bunch of, you know, 18 slot bags, 24 slot bags, and there's 30 slot bags available. Of course you're going to buy them. So, you know, stockpile what you know is going to sell. I think bags are a safe bet. Yes, there might be a new bag in Battle for Azeroth, which is, you know, a 32 slot, 34 slot, say even a 40 slot. But at the start of the expansion, that thing is going to be expensive because the materials at the start of any expansion are ludicrously overpriced. So naturally, the price of the bags are going to be through the roof, especially in the first month. So yes, some people will go out of their way to buy, you know, the new bag as soon as it's available. I call those people idiots because within a month, the bag is going to be selling for 1/10 of the price. And of course, some people are not going to pay an extra 10k or 10 times for a 32 or 34 slot bag when they can get a 30 slot bag for 1/10 of the price. So of course, I'm going to stockpile in hexweave bags and they're going to sell. Even if they do create multiple new bags, you know, 32 slot, 34 slot, 40 slot bags, these 30 slot bags will retain their value because of the inflation of the gold. Every expansion, the value of the gold drops significantly, which means the asking price for all these items goes up. So even though the demand may not go up, the value of the item will go up because the inflation built into the WoW economy. That's why back in vanilla, the gold cap was 47,000. In Burning Crusade, it was several hundred thousand. And Wrath of the Lich King, and then we had a 1 million gold cap in WoD, and now we have a 10 million gold cap in Legion, and I'm guessing we're going to have a 100 million gold cap in Battle for Azeroth, because of course you're going to have people like me, they're going to make a crap ton of gold, and they're going to have to increase that cap, because they're just throwing money at us. World quests give us gold as rewards. Those chests give us 800, 900 gold. You know what I mean? The gold inflation is real. Mobs are dropping a few gold a piece, and items are selling for, well, you can see how much they're selling for. So, you know, even this dragon scale leg armor back in Kata used to be sold for 500 gold each. I used to be in the leatherworking market. In WoD, it sold for 1,000 gold each. In Legion, I can ask 4,000 gold for it, and it's going to sell. And it's only going to go up in price in Battle for Azeroth, because unless they crunch, you know, the amount of gold missions are giving and kills are giving, which I think Blizzard is too lazy to do, they'll just increase the cap because it's easier. Prices are going to go up. And say the number of gold and the amount of gold drops, you know, from kills and quests, everyone that has 10 million gold like me instantly becomes richer as a result. So of course they're going to increase the gold cap as opposed to reducing the amount of gold we get. Another thing that I would highly recommend as a result of this is that you buy items instead of just stockpiling gold. Now I am going to show you my guild banks. Yes, I have multiple of what things I buy in order to hedge against this inflation. So that way, even if the gold cap goes up and the value of gold goes down, I have items that are over time going to increase in value. And that way I'm going to maintain my wealth in WoW. You might be asking myself why I bother doing this when I've already got 10, 11, 12 million gold. I can already buy as many tokens that I want. I already got 12 months worth of WoW credit from tokens already bought on this account. I'm probably going to get WoW Legion bought for gold because I'll just buy WoW tokens in order to do it. So you might be asking, why am I bothering? Habit. I get my kicks from doing this. It's fun. I do this while I'm editing my videos. I do this while I'm watching YouTube videos and movies on my second monitor. So, primary monitor here, playing WoW, secondary monitor here. Doing this doesn't actually require a lot of brain power. So I would highly recommend you buy items which will maintain its value. Items that usually maintain their value are mounts, twink items, and other goodies. Now, keep opening, please. Oh wow, this is only from a week ago, so we've already made a crap ton. Yeah, I wouldn't so much stockpile some materials. Certain materials will go up in value, but certain materials won't go up too much. Like, for example, this type of leather, it's got a market value of 1 gold 66, so I wouldn't stockpile, leather and whatnot. I do have a little bit of it in the bank, because as you saw when I posted the savage leather, sometimes they go exorbitantly up in price, and you can make a mint, but it takes up slots, and I would rather buy and hold a hexweave bag than I would, a stack of this leather, because I know the hexweave bag's gonna go up in value, whereas the leather might not, because it's easier to level up your professions now, and you don't necessarily need to do all the old patterns like you did back in the day. So, advise against it. Mounts are a safe bet. Bags are a safe bet. Certain enchants, I just say stockpile the materials. If the enchant goes up in price, you can always create the enchant and pop it on the AH. If the materials go up in price, you can do the same. So don't always craft the items. Sometimes keep them in their raw materials. This raw beast hide stack of 200 can be used to create how many of these things? How many? 200. That's 20 for 100. That's 40. So this stack can create 40 drums of fury, whereas you can only hold 20 in a stack. So if you hold, the material, you can hold more of them. Same thing with the hexweave bag. When you do this, the stack of hexweave cloth, you can hold 200 per stack, whereas the hexweave bag is created from 100 and takes a full slot, so you're better off holding the hexweave cloth instead of holding the hexweave bag, because you can quite easily, just click create all, and with a matter of minutes, you've created 100 of them. So I'd highly recommend you do that, to maximize your storage. I know we have the bank slots, we have the guild banks, we have the reagent bank, but you should do this anyway. Now I am a bit worried because I see nothing here from 3-4 weeks ago, which means I might have actually lost some gold as a result, because I remember listing things before I went to Japan, so I may have lost those auctions. So I'm gonna open up another Blizzard ticket. I know I said this when it happened last time, that you should always open your mail, but I seem to have forgotten, and it slipped my mind because I had a lot of things to catch up on. Just finished uni, so I had other things to do, and I'm sure Blizzard will be nice to me and, just recover the gold for me. I know it's only like 20,000-30,000 gold, but 20,000-30,000 gold is a lot of gold. These auctions expired, so I better grab the expired auctions before I start opening things. I'm already out of bag slots. As you can see, I'm still selling the simple wood, and I'm selling all these. These sell like a mint. Like, look at the price. These are all water enchants. You get the materials for free, and look how much they sell for. A few hundred gold a piece. Sometimes it goes over 1,000. It's absolutely ridiculous. So, it's beautiful. You can see what I do on my bank. I sell these things. Don't worry, I'll show you my stockpile in a minute. But this is what I sell on my bank. And these enchants. A lot of twinks use them. A lot of level 110s use them because they're cheaper than the Legion enchants. So, there's always a demand for them. There might even be a demand for them in the next expansion, because some of these enchants increases versatility by 100, but then also increases movement speed by 2%. And that percentage, is still a big difference in any expansion, because it's a percentage value, not really a, fixed value. When there's none on the AH, I just ask a little bit more, sometimes double, because I can. I'm a sneaky bastard, but it works. Temporal crystals, I use them now for crafting these instead of selling it on the AH. The price of volatile earth has gone down. I was selling it for 9 gold a little while ago. Now it's back to 3, so I might buy some. These sorceress, they still go pretty well in value. Black and Dragon Scale is selling for an exorbitant amount. I'll list it because I know I can always buy it later. I sell these vellums as well, even though I buy them from the vendor. I know it's a scummy thing to do, but they sell. So, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do to make your gold. Whatever pays the bills, even though I technically have no bills in this game. Well, I have repair bills, but, you know. Savory Deviant Delight, this is a market that I've been a part of ever since I was in vanilla. That's how I made a lot of my gold in vanilla, but it's still a nice market. You just buy these Deviate fish, which are sometimes ridiculously overpriced. As you can see, these mounts, I might actually buy this one because it's under 30k gold. I know a lot of people dupe them, but I always buy them when they're under 30k. Reason being, see, I just bought them. Reason being, when you open up your guild bank, they hold their gold very well. So in my guild bank, I've got this mount, the Jeweled Onyx Panther. I bought these when they were about 15,000 gold because someone was duping them. As you can see, I've got 17 in my guild bank, and they're already selling for more than 100,000 gold. So that's made its gold back tenfold. So these alone are worth 1.7 million right here. These I was buying under 100 gold each back at the start at end of WoD. People laughed at me. Now they're selling for 2.2k. Coalfist Gronlings, which you get from the crafting table. I was buying them for a few hundred gold. People laughed at me. They now sell for 4k. These things, I farmed them myself. People laughed at me. They're selling for 15k. So, you know, mounts and pets hold their value most of the time. Same thing with these. I was buying them for under 1 gold each. Now they're selling for 55 gold. People laughed at me, but, you know, screw people. I always hold these gems because sometimes they just go ridiculously overpriced, and then I just pop them on the AH when they're ridiculously overpriced, and I buy them back when they're not. It's just the way it goes. Same thing for these primals. Every now and then they go exorbitantly overpriced. Like this one, it's selling for almost 600 gold a piece. 500 gold for this one. You know, I don't really pay attention to them most of the time, but whenever I sort of get it from a drop, I just sort of, you know, put it in there. Same thing with these volatile earths, airs, waters. I buy them when they're cheap, you know, under 5 gold, and then I pop them on the AH when they're selling for, you know, 10 gold, or when this goes back up to over 100 gold, I pop it on the AH. So it's little simple things like that. Same thing with the ore. I bought these for under a gold each. Now they're selling for, what, 18 gold? This one's all of a sudden selling for 131 gold a piece. Of course, I take it out of storage. I see how much it's selling for. And, of course, what I do is I just list it, because I can always buy it back for a lot less, for a tenth of the price, really, and then make a killer of a profit. That's the real secret to making gold. A little bit of patience. Like Warren Buffett says, for the stock market, it's there to distribute wealth and money from those that are impatient to those that are patient. I'm very patient in this game, which is why I make a bucket ton of gold. So that's a principle Warren Buffett uses for investing, and he's one of the most successful investors in, you know, world history. He's a billionaire. He's in the top 10 richest men in the world. You know, I do invest a little bit in stocks as well, but this is a WoW video, so let's not get into that. But, you know, my principle's kind of the same. Except stocks in real life, you know, give you dividends and whatnot, and you pay taxes, but here you don't. But, you know, the principle's fairly similar. As you can see, I stockpile these Panthers. When they go, I think, over 40,000 gold or 50,000 gold, I pop them on the AH, and I buy them whenever they're under 30,000 gold. That's my rule for them. I play by that rule, and I never lose. You know, so I consider this purchase here another 10k profit, you know, straight off the bat. You might disagree with me. It works. I bought these as well. I bought, what is it? I bought 3 of these when they were selling for 60,000 gold. They're now already up to 100,000 gold. You know, say what you want, but at the end of the day, that's what I do. I sell everything. I got these from my druid. Vellums I got from the vendor. Cinder Pups, yeah, I bought those for under a gold each, selling for 23. Even Vanishing Powder I sell. Medallion of the Legion, I get them from the table quests. It's just, you know, all this junk that most people throw away or don't even bother with is what I use to get gold cap. It's not complicated, anyone can do it. It's just what I do, and that's why I make this video every month. What else am I going to stockpile? I showed you my mounts, I showed you my stockpile. Bags, you know, always bags. Mounts are always nice. Certain materials, like I said, don't expect them to fluctuate too often, but when they do fluctuate, it's very nice. What else? What else do I have? Good question. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this bank here, because this is my bank tune, so the bank itself might hold some secrets as well. What secrets do we have? We have pets, lanterns, you know, some of these potions, which I sell on a regular basis, a little bit of rare ore, you know, these little things, pieces of junk. These sometimes sell. These always sell nicely. Other pets that I got for absolutely free. More pups and some of these archaeology things. They occasionally bounce up in price ridiculously, which is why I like to keep them. We've got a few of these sort of transmog items, which sometimes bounce up in price. Oh, look, this has bounced up to 283,000 gold because it looks like a lightsaber. I think I bought this for 10,000 gold. You know what I mean? I might actually list it on the AH, just because it's... Oh, wait. I placed it wrong. It just bounced. I think the little... You gotta know what you're doing. I wouldn't personally invest in transmog unless I knew something was gonna go up in price. And in this case, as soon as I saw this flaming sword, I was like, this is gonna go up in price. So I did pay the 10,000 gold for it. But if I didn't sort of know that, I wouldn't have done it. How much is it selling for? 250,000. I'll list it. I'm gonna check what mounts are selling for. I should be doing this every day, but I'm not. But sometimes you pick up mounts for a bargain. A ridiculous bargain. I like to do it manually. So, price per unit. Flying carpet, nah. Cromlings, I like to list those myself. This wolf, you can farm it yourself. It's a WOD thing. These things are on 30,000 gold now. I'm not gonna break my rule. This harness, I can craft it myself. Sky golems, I craft them myself. Striders, no thank you. Vial of the Sands, I can make it myself. World Spinner, I can buy them for less. What else do we have? What I'm really looking for, not Poseidon, but I really like to look for things such as the Spectral Tigers. Those are always nice. As you guys know, I bought my Spectral Tiger for, my Swift Spectral Tiger for 300,000 gold, and I bought the Spectral Tigers for 70,000 gold. Then I sold them for 300, 400,000 gold each, and then I used that money. So in WoD, I started with 0 gold. As soon as I got 140,000 gold, I bought 2 Swift Spectral Tigers. Then when they went up in price, I sold them. When I hit gold cap, I sort of splurged and bought myself a Swift Spectral Tiger for 300,000 gold, and I kind of wish I kept on to the Spectral Tigers because now they're selling for a ridiculous amount, but it is what it is. I can't really spot anything that I would personally buy now. I mean, I can buy this. It's a trading card game mount, but I would rather get in contact with the person and try to bargain them down. I mean, the person I bought the Spectral Tigers for was asking $1 million, and I bought them for 70,000 gold, and a person that was... No, wait. The guy was asking for $500,000 each. I bought them for 70,000 gold. He was asking for $1 million for the Swift Spectral Tiger, which was gold cap back in WoD, and then I bought it for 300. I'm proud of that. So that's what I do with that. Maybe I should start opening the gold now, once I've sort of picked up this junk. Let me just pick up all this junk. Hopefully clear some space, and then, you know, I can pick up some gold. These Purium bars are always nice. As you can see, I always do this every day religiously, because it's just free gold. I have 2 alchemists. I have a lot of tailors, because these daily cooldowns, not cooldowns, bloody cooldown, are just free gold in the pocket every single day. I would recommend you get one on every single ult, and that's going to help you make a lot of gold as well as stockpile things. You can sell just about anything on the AH. You just gotta know what you're doing sometimes. Sometimes you might have to list something to see if someone's gonna buy it. You never really know, but you don't really know until you try. So it's sometimes worth trying and just listing random things, even if it's just ridiculous. Even if you think it's ridiculous, sometimes it's not. I always check how much the iron ores are worth every day. When they go over 10 gold, I sell them. It's just what I do. Should I list this? 10,000 gold, that's not a lot. Let's just list 100 of these. I'll list 4, 6, 8. Okay, let's get this and clear up some slots in my bag. I usually sell these for 350 gold or above. I always check the price of Savage Blood because I know I can get 50 gold for it. I usually buy them when they're under 48. I stick to my rule. How much does this sell for? If it's selling for over a gold, I list it. If not, I wait, even though I buy it from the vendor for next to nothing. Maybe I should just list it just to clear some space in my bags. Should you stockpile these? If you can't sell them, if it's, you know, selling for this much, maybe I should buy it. I'll buy it. Gimme. 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 Thank you. I would sell my entire stockpile if this goes up for more than 10 gold. But the thing is, usually people won't buy that much. So when it's over 10 gold, I list several thousand, but they never all sell. So not really stockpile them, but when they're under a certain price, I sort of stockpile them in my bank. As with everything else, until it goes up in price. But I would recommend getting a guild bank for stockpiling. I also have a transmog bank. That's on my warlock. Oh, I should probably show you my guild bank here. All of my toons have this full. So this is where I stockpile some ore. Stockpile some volatile air. I'll sell this whenever it's over 100 gold. This I stockpile. These are useful. These are useful. Even stupid little things I sometimes stockpile. So let's get down to business, list a few more things, and then open up the gold for the month for this toon. Even Vanishing Powder. You buy this from the vendor and it sells. I can't believe people buy this. It even says... Oh wait, one of them says purchase from the vendor and people still buy it. Yeah, here you go. One of them even says you purchase it from a vendor and people still buy them. I'm just like lost half the time. I don't understand. People just... I can't even right now. I don't even know what the hell happens half the time on this server. People just buy this crap. Who am I to judge people? You know, everyone has the right to do what they want. They obviously get their gold from WoW tokens, but, you know, if they don't want it, I'll be happy to take it off their hands. You know, who am I to judge? I'm just gonna list whatever I can. Clear up some bag slots. Way Jack-o'-lantern. These are worthless now because we've just passed Halloween. So, you know, they're absolutely worthless. 58. Sweet. Clear up some slots. Place this here. These augment runes. I invested in some... well, I didn't sell them. I just held on to them thinking they'll go up in price for the new patch. They didn't because they released the new rune thing. So, you know, what am I supposed to do? And now I gotta sell them at a loss. But it's not a loss. I just could have sold them for more. But at the beginning of every patch, they go up in value. And I thought they were gonna go up. But then Blizzard announced they're gonna release this... you know, one that you can buy and you no longer need these, so they sort of crashed. I didn't make as much as I could have. Whatever. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. You know, you got to be prepared to lose sometimes. Sometimes it's worth the risk. I don't need this artifact power. I mean, as soon as I get the artifact on this toon and the first item I get, it's going to have 1,000,000 artifact power, so I don't need to waste the slot for that. Alright, let's... Any more mail that's listed? I also sell these. Tomb of Illusions. They'll sell for quite a bit. They're always nice. I've got, you know, a few of these sitting in the bank. I can always make more. You get the materials from Warlords of Draenor. All of them sell really well, you know. All of them sell really well, so I highly recommend you... I wouldn't stockpile on them, but I'd have enough to be able to sell. Because they are worth, you know, the gold. Oh, this pet is ridiculous. It was selling for like 10 gold yesterday. Of course I'm going to list it. These things, yeah, of course I sell it for this price. 35 because that's how many you need for the mount. But this guy doesn't realize what he's doing. Sometimes you don't need an entire 35. Sometimes you just need a handful. So 10, 2. And you just make these by buying these fish. Are there any on the market? Oh, look at that. One of these fish creates 2 of these. So I buy them whenever they're available. Blood Spirit, useless. So yeah, it's kind of flipping in a sense, but it's sort of knowing when to sell as well. You don't want to flood the market. Because if you flood the market, the price goes to shit. You never want to do that. I get ticked off, and a lot of people, I will agree with you, have been telling me that I should tell people that are watching me not to flood the market. Whenever I list these, I don't list all of them. I list 3. That's not to flood the market. You don't want to flood the market. So please don't flood the markets in your respective servers. And when you're undercutting people, don't undercut for more than a copper. Please, that's just stupid. I don't do it. You shouldn't do it. Don't flood the market, don't undercut by a gold, 5 gold, 10 gold, and for the love of God, don't undercut by 10,000 gold. That's just stupid. You're losing it. You're costing everyone gold. Please don't do that. So, yeah. I also did that garrison video because people were requesting it. So if you have any video you want to request, feel free to request it in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to, you know, create it. I like to help you guys out as best I can. So how many of these we can list? 2, that's enough. That's a few slots clear now. Let's list this and get to opening the gold point. As you can see, there is a little bit of work involved. You got to run back and forth, but I highly recommend you get one of these auctioneers in your garrison. It might cost you 1 million gold, but in the long term, it's 1 million gold well spent. I've got 2 of them. It's worth it. All right, let's get started and see if there's anything handy here. See, Gromlings sold for 2k. I just list it whenever. I always get it for free here. More enchants. Like I said before, they're always handy. Cinderpups, they sell. Everything seems to sell. Critical Strike, let's just put it here. I like to sort of categorize things. I know a lot of people have been telling me to get a bag add-on, but I don't like it. I like every single bag to have its own thing. I've got my mounts and key items here. I've got my ores and crafting materials here. I've got my ready enchants here, you know, in little rows. No, I'm not autistic. No, I'm not, what's it called? What's that thing when you really like everything? Obsessive compulsive syndrome disorder. I might be. I might not be. I don't know. You tell me. My room's a mess. I mean, it's a mess. Can I show you guys what a freaking mess it is? Look at this shit. Look at that. Look at that. Look at those jeans and shit everywhere. Oh, shit! Let's not speak of that ever again. Let's not talk about that. That was pretty embarrassing. Let's never mention that again, guys. That was pretty fucking embarrassing. I was trying to show you guys my room. It just went to shit. Alright, let's fix it a little bit. There we go. Yeah. I'd like to go one video without fucking something up. When I go one video without fucking something up, that's gonna be, you know, the day I'm gonna write down and remember that. I thought it was also a good thing, and then it just went to shit. I guess I deserve that for trying to give you guys a behind the scenes look. Okay, so that's... What were we talking about again? Stockpiling? An opening? Maybe I should just do like a quick montage of all this and get back to talking whenever I compose myself. I'm an embarrassment. I'm a fucking embarrassment. I mean, in the previous videos, I know people are giving me shit for misreading things, and that's true. I misread a lot because I learnt to read a little later than everyone in Australia, because English is actually my second language. My first language is Serbian, and I came here when I was 8. So in the first, second grade, I was struggling because I didn't speak the language. I couldn't read, so it was a bit of a struggle. I only really started learning to read in the 5th, 6th grade, and in high school they were like drop out in year 10, but you know, I ended up getting top marks in my year group and going to the university of my choice. So I learnt a lot of reading, you know, through games like WoW and things like that. So I mispronounce a lot. Feel free to correct my grammar, to correct my pronunciation, my reading, but I mispronounce a lot because of that. So a bit embarrassing, but fortunately doing this has really improved me. Improved my reading, speaking, and yeah, so it's... that's why I enjoy doing these guides. It gives me a chance to improve. But anyway, that's sort of the reason. I was calling sumptuous fur superfluous fur or something, and I was misreading really. A lot of things, actually. So, and I was doing a lot of things like clicking my tongue going and saying but a lot. So I corrected that, thankfully, through these guides. So I'm grateful for that. I am a failure. I am an embarrassment. Here I am doing a guide and I I can't say that. They're gonna demonetize my video, obviously. Bastards. But even this cat I got in Halloween, and now it's selling for 60k. I got it for free because I did the Halloween event, but, you know, it sold for a fair bit. I should really list more of these. I'll list 8. I'll list 6. Alright, I'll list 4. I should get TSM. I will try to get TSM soon. And then once I figure out how to use it, I will do a TSM guide. I didn't want to do it before because setting up takes a little bit. And I got really annoyed. So I should really do that. Back to the opening. As you can see, Cobalt ore, 5 of them sold for 230, which is ridiculous. The medallion sold for a lot. Black and Dragon Scale was... What do you mean? 10 for... Oh yeah, it was selling for 43 gold each. Because 10 sold for 436. That's after the AH cut. As you can see, the Volatile Earth was selling for about 9 gold, 99 silver, so I got 94 gold for 10. Whenever things go for a ridiculous price, I just post it. As you can see, I get another sort of shipment of enchants from my paladin, and a couple of this. I don't actually need this. It's taking up a bag slot. I don't even want it. Here we go. I've already got this Blood Hunter. Okay, I gotta give it to something. And yeah, okay, so that's from this. What else am I really stockpiling? Nothing else really. That's really what I'm stockpiling and how I'm doing it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's sort of... Wait, is that it? 131 more. Okay. I'm trying to see... there's going to be a gap in dates. You know, this is from 24 days ago, so it's almost from a week ago. And then there's going to be a massive gap. And it's going to say, you know, like 1 day left or something. And that's going to be the stuff from before I went to Japan. And if there isn't, that means I missed out. I'm picking up a few auctions, which means I need to open up a ticket and ask Blizzard nicely to give me the gold back. But as you can see, huge Ogre Cache sells, tin true iron ore sells, which I got, you know, from here. I mean, look at that, 1,300 gold for 200, and I got it for Garrison Resources. Or you can, you know, just go to the mine there and mine it, but I didn't want to do that. I consider that farming. I consider that requiring effort, which I don't want to do. Last thing I want to do is actual work. So I'm playing WoW. So, yeah, I just want to see if there's any things from before Japan. If there isn't, I'm going to have to open up a ticket and beg Blizzard again. Hopefully they'll be kind this time. They're usually kind when I ask them very nicely. And I do report a lot of bugs to them, as well as hackers, so I'm sure they'll throw me a bone. 23. None yet. But, as you can see, same as last month. Ah, there you go. Adamantite bar when they were selling for 30 gold each. Today they're selling for like, what, 19? But that's back when they were selling for 30. And as you see, true iron ore, whenever it sells for a lot, I sell as much as I can. This is when I think it was selling for 8 gold. So, when it sells for a lot, list it, list it, list it. When it doesn't, just keep stockpiling. You get them for free anyway, so, you know, that's why I have so much ore, that's why I have so much leather, that's why I have so much sumptuous fur. Is it sumptuous fur? Tell me it's sumptuous fur. Yeah, sumptuous. I call it superfluous fur. Thing is, like, when I'm doing a guide, I don't always read what the item's called. I just assume that what I think it's called is what it's called. I think this is Volatile Earth, right? Yeah, see, Volatile Earth. So if I call it Sorcerer's Earth by accident, which is, you know, like these ones, it's not intentional. It's just because... This thing keeps moving. Nice Serbian flag, I know, right? Okay, so what do we have here? Ah, see? 2 days. Fuck. Yeah, see what I mean? 2 days ago? 2 days left. If it has something that says 1 day left, that means I missed something. I'm going to have to open up a ticket again and beg Blizzard. I know, right? I've got so much gold that I'm begging Blizzard. How much gold do I have now? Accountant. I have to have more than... Oh yeah, I've got 12 million now. 12,150,000. And I still haven't opened up my gold opening for the month. I still got a few characters I gotta go to. I told myself I'm gonna do this once every 3 weeks, which is 21 days. And there I go and fuck it up again. I am an embarrassment. I really am. I, do as I say, not as I do sort of thing. Please, fuck's sake. Yep, I missed out. See, it's not telling me more mail is going to be. I missed out. Yep. Okay, has my shaman sold anything from inscription? I do have some things from inscription. They do sell from inscription. There is a huge, what do they call it, margin between material price and sale price. But truth be told, I was lazy because I wasn't doing an inscription guide and I haven't done it yet, so I sort of neglected that. I sold a few, and then I got bored. So, material cost of this is about 10 gold, and it sells for 900. I got lazy. I'm sorry. You know, sue me. So, do as I say, not as I do. Now, my druid sells meat. So that always sells because people use it to create feasts for raids and whatnot. And they also use old meat for alchemy and whatnot. So even old meat from Warlords of Draenor sometimes sells well. I wouldn't necessarily stockpile. I say stockpile it if you can't sell it, put it in your bank. If you can sell it, you know, put it on the AH, really. So let's just open this. See, these meats didn't sell, but I'll open up in a minute. As always, do your daily cooldowns. These are used for transmutes. Purium bar. This is probably 1,000 gold in the pocket straight away. This costs you next to nothing. This costs you next to nothing. One of these is, you know, 250 gold. I sell it for 350 and I got 4 of them. Get an alchemist, make some gold. I've got 2. I should probably get more, but, you know, screw it. What else? Spirit berries that you get from a druid thingy. Sell them. Why not? Another thing you can do is transmute these for a profit. I can't be fucked, honestly. I only do it, you know, to transfer it to air. So air to earth. I need earth. You know, I create it because I need the earth to make bags and whatnot. And it's the hardest one to get for me, and it sells for 6 gold a piece as a result. These ones always, you know, sell for a gold each, or in the case of water, it sells for next to nothing. And you also use them for enchants as well, heavily. So I get these alchemical catalysts, which you transmute using Warlords of Draenor herbs, which you get for free from the herb garden, and the ore that you get for free from the mine, or you can buy both at the trade center for garrison resources. Either way, it's free. Transmute. Like, it is what it is, you know what I mean? So that's what I do, because I need it. And then I just send it over to my toon that has enchanting, which for me is Lightning. You know, I named her after the Final Fantasy 13 character because she's a babe. And, you know, that's about it. There you go. Send that over to Lightning. Here you go. Take it. Take my money. I said take my money. Send this over to my rogue. If I want my rogue to make... Wait, what does... No, my rogue doesn't use this. My rogue uses living steel. Yeah, that's right. You can also do a living steel transmute, but I've got plenty of living steel. So, here it is, living steel. Trillion bar. Same freaking thing. You make trillion bars doing a transmute, and then, you know, you do the living steel transmute, and then you use this to craft mounts. I've got 91 of them, so I stopped for a little while, but that's what you can do. And, yeah. So, you know, that's really what you do. You open up these babies, and then we'll see how much the meat sells for. But first, let me just mail this across. There you go, another 200 of these deep sea oil. That sells for a premium. I mean, how much is 200 worth? 87,000. See what I mean? Like, a ridiculous amount of gold. So, there you go, bank. Be happy. Alright, let's start with the meat. Let's open up some of this sexy meat. Wait for it. Oh, you can also transmute these things. Living elements. Volatile life into the other ones. I couldn't be bothered. That's part of my alchemy guide. Okay, successful mail. Oh, there we go. See? Alright, let's take a look how much it sells for. Slice of bacon. 188 gold. Watch this gold just go through the roof. Like a slice of bacon, how much it sells for. And you get that from a daily in Legion. Big gummy ribs. That's just meat that you get in Legion from killing a bear, you know? I even sold some of these, which you get for free from the naval yard if you have a Tuskar fishing net. berries that you get for free from the Druid, Champion Hall. Like, just pop everything on the AH, really. I mean, all this stuff is worth something to someone. If they want to buy it, sell it to them, you know. Don't be fussy. Everyone wants to buy something, just sell it. That's the thing. We've got so much inflation. And I even made these, you know, I sometimes... Where are they? Where are they? Here they... No, not this one. Where is it? The utility potions. You saw me selling these on my bank, see? Crescent oil, which you get from WoD. Fish that you get from WoD. And look how much it sells for. 29. This one sells for 53. 24. You know, 30. There's some, I usually sell them for like 100, you know. But see, slice of bacon is just... It's just bringing home the bacon, literally. From doing the quests. And if you've got a few cooks that are level 110, you know, the quest just turns up, you do it, and you get a crap ton of gold. So cooking seems to be worth it in Legion as well. I'm gonna have to do that quick video. Why you should get cooking. I'll probably like cut out this part of this video and put it in the why you should get cooking video. So, you know, recycle. It's ergonomic. No, ergonomics, when it's good for you, like a chair that has settings, that's ergonomic. Economic, there you go. What do they call it? Green. You know, you recycle old content. Like a lot of people on YouTube. But yeah, that as well. Also, during the Dark Moon Fair, I sell these tickets that you buy from the vendor. They sell, look for 175 gold a piece. And then you sell the materials that you need in order to do the quests in... look, even Raw Boar Meat is selling 9 gold. It's ridiculous. I sell the materials that you need in order to do the quests, the profession quests in the Dark Moon Fair. So that's another good thing. The ones for Alchemy, you need the Moonberry Juice. There's some Moonberry Juice, I swear I do. Yeah, there we go. Moonberry Juice. You buy it from a vendor, you need 5 of them for the Alchemy one. I sell them on the AH. The Tailoring one, you need blue dye, red dye, and coarse thread. I pop that on the H as well. And I also pop all the... What are they called? Like the grimoires and the other things that you need for the quest. Because to get the achievement, you need to get all 10 of them within, you know, that Dark Moon Fair. And that's why I always have the Dark Moon Adventurer's Guide on all my toons. Because these things drop and they're worth several hundred to 1,000 gold a piece. Sometimes more. Simple Flour is the one you need for the cooking one. As you can see, I posted it on the AH as well. So yeah. So, you know, there you go. Another 72,000 gold from just doing your cooking daily. I mean, it's a bit ridiculous, don't you think? It is ridiculous, but, you know, who am I to judge? People want their slices of bacon. I hear bacon is as addictive as cocaine because it gives you the same sort of high. You know, it gives you a dopamine hit. I never personally got into bacon. I don't actually like bacon at all. I hate it. It's got a lot of fat. When I want bacon, I want my kangaroo. It's the leanest meat on the earth. Kangaroo. Should eat kangaroo meat. I should be the ambassador for kangaroo. But I do this on every toon. Another thing that I do... Is it here? Money reward, money reward. Okay. I'll get my ass to the Champion Hall. Because another thing you should be doing is the Champion Hall mission table. Because you can get currency as a reward there. And that reward... The base reward is, you know, several hundred gold. And then the bonus reward is 1.5 thousand. Which, if you have a lot of ults, like I do, can I show you how many ults I have? A lot. See? You can get a lot. I know this is the Garrison one. It doesn't show me how many ults I have on this one. It doesn't give me the other one, but, you know, it is what it is. I'll show you what I mean. Like, this toon's about to make 4,000 or 5,000 gold from doing nothing. Gold's fairly simple to make. Just set up, you know, your account to make gold, and you'll always have your token for the month. Oh, I also do this. I buy these luminous shards and I turn them into temporal crystals. Alright, let's take a look. You'll see what I mean. I'm doing this slowly. 48% bonus chance. Did I get bonus gold? Damn it, I didn't get the bonus gold. But I would get it in this one. Come on, give me that bonus gold. Yeah! See? Base gold plus 1,500. Yay! And, you know, then I just wait for it to become available again and I send them off again. And then I do this on all my level 110s. I do it on my Hunter. I do it on my Pally. I do it on my Death Knight. I do it on my Warlock. I do it on my Rogue. I do it on my Druid. I do it on my mage. Well, my mage doesn't have that mission yet, but soon I gotta do the storyline, you know, to get the follower in order to get the mission. I'm gonna start doing it on my priest. I'm gonna start doing it on my monk. I'm gonna start doing it on my, you know, demon hunter. Eventually there's gonna be so much gold. Like, that's why I've got so much gold. Just doing that stupid crap. Have I opened everything on these tunes? I don't know. Have I? Probably not. Oh yeah, this is the tune that did the Dark Moon Fair thingy. I'll show you. I'll show you now. And you can stockpile on those too. They retain their value. Mostly because every Dark Moon Fair, you need the old tokens in order to complete the quest. So, you know, stock up on them if you want. I'll show you a stockpile that I have on this tune. I'll show you in a minute. As soon as it lets me in. Shows you stockpile. Where is it? It's not here. Well, I'll show you the gold from it first. Yeah, these are the ones. See, ornate weapon, strategy thingy, and Soothlayer's runes. There are a couple of 100 gold. And that's just from having this thing in your bags. Where is it? Dark Moon Fair guide. If you have that, you pick up those things randomly, and then you just sell them. It's just free gold. I'm gonna have to release a Dark Moon Fair guide, but take a look, I've got a stockpile of these. They now sell for, you know, 500 gold, but as soon as the Dark Moon Fair is active, they sell for 1,000 gold. I used to buy them for 10 gold each. I sometimes buy them for 100 gold now, and then I wait for the Dark Moon Fair to sell for more. So if you've got these, I would stockpile them for your new expansion. Because when people come back, they're going to want to get the Dark Moon Fair. Where's the Dark Moon Fair one? They're going to want to get the Dark Moon Fair achievement. I'll show you. At least 6 professions. There you go. Turn in all 5 dungeon artifacts. This achievement. And turn in all 3. This achievement. And where is it? I've got the achievement. It's the one where you hand in all of them. Yeah, all 9. When you hand in all 9, and you have to do it within the same day. So they have to buy all 9. That's why the price of these is through the roof. If you don't do it in the same day, you fail the achievement. You're banking on someone wanting to complete this. So, do it. That's how I make my gold, guys. Other than that, no real secret. No real secret. I mean, these things, I've got, like, what, 500,000 gold worth of this that I get for free from these Primal Spirits. I'm going to do a massive opening video for that. It's going to be hilarious. But, yeah, that, you know, these things, I buy them whenever they're really cheap, and then I just wait to hand them in and convert them. Like, those sort of things. That's how you make gold. So that's my opening for the month. How much gold do I have now? 12,231,000. I'll ask Blizzard, you know, to recover that gold from the mail, and I'll have an extra 50, 60,000 gold, probably. So, I seem to, on average, be making 1 million gold now. And I don't even have TSM set up yet. And I'm lazy as fuck. So, you can do it too. I hope you learned something. I really hope that you will stockpile something for Battle of Azeroth, because, you know, why not? Hopefully you'll make a lot of gold. Let me know in the comments section below if there's any other item you would suggest to stockpile. Feel free, let's have a discussion in the comments section below. You know, take everything I say with a grain of salt. Sometimes I'll be right, sometimes I'll be wrong, but in the grand scheme of things, I seem to be making a lot of gold, so hopefully you can too. Oh yeah, I should show you my transmog guild bank. I'll show you that in a minute. It's ridiculous. This is all the free transmog that I got from the old Legion. You know those old salvage boxes? The ones that used to have items? That's why I haven't done all that, those boxes in my priest yet, on my priest yet, because I don't have the space for it. I'll show you. I took all the valuable ones and put them here. I've just been too lazy to list them on the AH. I really should. When I do that video, see? Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at that crap. Oh, I've got these. Oh, okay. Look at that. Look at that bullshit. And these are fairly valuable too. Like, these are the katanas. See what I mean? Some of these are, well, some of these are not as valuable anymore, but like the katanas are fucking valuable as shit. See what I mean? Katanas are always valuable. Assassination blade and whatnot. Like these ones. These are pretty cool. So all these sort of things have their value. They sometimes sell for a few hundred gold. They sometimes sell for a few thousand gold. Some of these just sell for a ridiculous price, like 69. 69. I'm like a little kid sometimes. But, like, you know, that's what I do. I've just been too lazy to sell this shit. Some of these are fairly nice. You know, some of these shields are cool, and pieces of transmog, and, you know, slutmog and all that. But I've just been too lazy. I mean, I can't be fucked all the time, you know? So much freaking gold, and I just send them here sometimes. Oh, look, I even got one of these. It's just, who gives a crap? I mean, I might even give this thing away, to be honest, to someone on Frostmourne. I can't be fucked. What's this? Assassination Blade, another one. A butcher's thing. This sells for quite a bit, you know. These sort of stuff. Like, you know, it's all pretty nice stuff. I just can't be fucked. This one sells for 70,000 gold. This one sells for 130. Who would pay 136 gold for this piece of crap? I mean, who am I to judge people, really? But, like, there's a lot of crap that people buy in this game. Like, a lot of crap. I mean, this one's cool as shit. But, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you learned something. I hope you're going to make some gold investing and keeping your items, and I hope you don't vendor everything. If you're interested in what add-ons I do have an add-on video. I'm going to put it in the description below, the link. If you're interested in all the other stuff, make sure you check out my World of Warcraft guide playlist. That's where I post all my stuff. But this is how I make gold, guys. If you have any questions, comment section below. If you have any suggestions, comment section below. As always, I appreciate you guys watching my video. I appreciate you guys sharing. I appreciate you guys subscribing. Make sure you get the little you click the notification. Every Tuesday I put out a gold guide. So just to let you guys know so you don't get pissed off, Monday I tend to release a Danganronpa video or a highlight. Tuesday I tend to release World of Warcraft guides. Thursday I might release a World of Warcraft opening video or something like that. Danganronpa again on Friday, and probably a WoW Let's Play on Saturday. So that's how it goes. Keep an eye on the community tab. Feel free to join the Discord. Follow me on Twitter. But the cool one is make sure you're subscribed, you got the notification, and come back every Tuesday for a gold guide. That's just how it is. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Till next time, Ninja Kuma out. Bye.